What's going on, guys? It's Zach. Today I am joined by the one and only Cringy Gamer, aka Cringey, for those in the community. I'll have his link and everything in the description of the video. Cringy, say what is good.
Yo, what is good, boys? It is your boy Cringy back at again with the NFL predictions today.
Yeah, and this season I decided to go with a pro. I mean, I'm kind of a pro. I know a lot about the NFL versus the casual Mr. Cringey. If it's not the Dolphins, he doesn't know jack skibbity, so I'll have to be informing him throughout this week one predictions. And there's been a lot of movement in the last couple of weeks. But before we even get started, I have two stipulations. I haven't told Cringy. I told him there's two stipulations. I haven't told him yet. The first one is if I don't beat Cringy on average, I think of 2 picks per week, I'm going to have to run a marathon, which is going to be an absolutely astronomical disaster class on all fronts. And the second one is involving my buddy here. If I'm able to get this channel monetized by the end of the predictions, meaning week 18 in January, I have to give Cringy $100. So if we get monetized on this channel, I'll be able to pay off my guy here because he's taking his own time free to do this prediction series with me. Cringy, what do you think about the stipulations? You think they're fair? You think I'm harsh? What do you think?
I will say I think it's fair, but I got a high feeling I just don't think there's no way I can beat you, man. Like I said, I'm just a casual. I don't watch my most of my team's games. I'm gonna be honest. But if I beat you, that would just be a miracle. But I think it's fair, because like I said, there's like no way in hell I beat you. But if I somehow am beating you in the picks, I think it's a fair stipulation.
Yeah, that's why I give you the 2 picks per week buffer. So like if it's close, I still think I have to run a marathon. So without further ado, let's take a look. Starting things off, Thursday night football, week 1, Dallas Cowboys taking on the Philadelphia Eagles. Cringy, I don't know if you even knew this. This happened a couple days ago. Micah Parsons was traded from the Cowboys to the Green Bay Packers. When we get into the Packers, I'm going to be so irritated and annoyed, but for me, even if Micah Parsons was playing, I'm still going with the defending Super Bowl champion Philadelphia Eagles. They're favored by 7.5. I 100% believe they'll win by double digits. So for me, I'm going to get things started up with a quick 1-0, taking the Philadelphia Eagles. Cringy, who do you got?
I got to be honest, I'm going to be right there with you, man. I mean, they just won a Super Bowl. I still feel like they're coming out hot and ready. They're coming hot and ready for this game. And like I said, let's be honest, I don't know much about the Cowboys, but I just know, God forbid, knows when they'll get to the playoffs and win a playoff game. So the Cowboys will be the Cowboys, and I do agree with you. I think the Eagles will come in with a double-digit win here, going with the Eagles.
The first Friday game of the year taking place in Sao Paulo, Brazil. Yeah, we have the Kansas City Chiefs taking on the Los Angeles Chargers. Of course, Kansas City headline, not by football, by Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift's engagement. Round of applause for the lovely couple. I think I saw a crazy stat, Cringy, that their net worth is $1.67 billion and Taylor Swift's $1.6 billion. Kelsey's the $0.07 billion, which is pretty freaking hilarious. Has nothing to do with football. But all right, and this one, I'm actually going to go with the underdog here. I'm going to take the Chargers to take care of business, even though they're both on the road. I guess the Chiefs are going to be like determining the coin toss. They're both in South America, for God's sake. But I just believe that Jim Harbaugh behind this great offensive line, it does suck that Rashawn Slater will be missing the majority of the season, or I think the entire season with that torn ACL. So that's going to be a big step for Joe Alt to defend that left side of the offensive line. I do have the Chargers getting a little sneaky win here. Cringy, who do you got?
To be honest, this is where we differ here. I'm going to have to go with the Chiefs because I do think with the engagement between Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift, that just boosts their ego. They're gonna probably go undefeated, win the Super Bowl. No, I'm just playing. But I do think Chiefs will win this game. I hope it's, and I'm gonna be honest, I want the Chargers to win because I'm just not a big Chiefs guy. I don't really like the Chiefs. I can't lie, but I would like the Chargers to win. But I'm just gonna have to play the safe card and go with the Chiefs getting the dub here. I hope it's a close game at least. I would like it to be close, and I think it will be close.
Our first 1 p.m. game on Sunday, we have the Tampa Bay Buccaneers traveling to Atlanta to take on the Falcons. This is going to be very close. Buccaneers are only favored by 2.5. And Mike Evans, they got Egbuka from Ohio State in the draft. And I think Baker Mayfield's just too dominant here. I'm going to go with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers to get the win on the road. And I do firmly believe whoever wins this game is most likely going to win the division just because division record means so much. And the NFC South is not getting any easier other than the Saints look like a Pee-wee junior varsity squad. But the Panthers are actually looking pretty solid. So, yes, I'm going to go with the Buccaneers. Cringy, who do you got?
The Buccaneers, like I said, I'm just a casual, so I don't know much about all these teams. But I don't like genuinely. I need to have Zach inform me here. I legitimately the last time I remember the Falcons actually being a really good team was the year they sold the Super Bowl to the Patriots. I don't know whatever happened since. I don't know if they did some crazy trades and they lost a lot of players, injuries, whatever. I could be wrong, but was that the last time you think they were like a solid football team? Like I said, I just don't know if they have what it takes to make it very far as of 2025.
Yeah, they had a couple of good years after that with Matt Ryan under center, but then it's been, I think Desmond Ridder had a couple of seasons back there. It, Kirk Cousins last year obviously got hurt, and now we got Michael Penix Jr. here. But yeah, the Falcons, I mean, that kind of definition of mid, I think they've like 7-10 throughout that span, bro. It's not been pretty. All right, now next we got our easy Mickey Mouse pick'em of the year. It usually should be, but you never know because this team never wins week 1, and it absolutely annoys me every single time. We got the Cincinnati Bengals traveling to Cleveland to take on the Browns. I mean, is it really a travel? I mean, Cincinnati and Cleveland are like 3 hours apart. Like, what are we even talking about here? But yeah, Joe Burrow, they need to come out hot because they've come out so slow. Like just like last year, they were battling with the Dolphins for God's sakes, trying to get that final playoff spot. I think it ended up going to the Steelers, of course. But yeah, the Bengals are going to get the win. Tickets as low as $111. That's absolutely diabolical what I'm looking at on my screen here. But yeah, the Bengals are going to get the win. Cringy, who do you got?
I also got to go with the Bengals. Yeah, I don't know what's been going on. Like I said, like they've been trying to fight for a playoff spot, and there's no way they need to be competing with the Dolphins. They have such a good team, so many good players. They should get this dub, like you said. If they don't, I will be very, very shocked because no way the Browns are beating the Bengals. I just can't see it happening. If they do, I will literally be shocked. But give me the Bengals.
I kid you not, guys. If the Browns beat the Bengals, I'm going to have to make a diabolical troll meme, so stay tuned if the Browns do get the win. My homie's favorite team traveling to take on Danny Derps and the Indianapolis Colts in Indianapolis. Again, the Colts are favored somehow by 1.5 in this game. I'm going with the Miami Dolphins. If the Dolphins lose this game, I can firmly confirm Tua is not that guy, and I got to mail my boy here something. Maybe a flaming pile of turds. But yeah, the Dolphins are going to win this football game. If Daniel Jones comes out and lights up that Dolphins secondary, it might be time to sell the team in Miami. But Cringy, I know this is your favorite team. Try not to be unbiased here, but what do you got?
If I got to be honest, I still have the Dolphins winning. They've always see the thing is with the Dolphins, it's so weird how they work. They're always so hot at the start, but then later down the weeks as it goes, they just kind of fall apart. Like I don't know what happens. It just happens every year. But like me and Zach has talked about before, September they're normally pretty hot, and I really feel like Dolphins could do so well if Tua could just stay healthy, quit getting concussions, and we could have a healthy team. I think they could make it pretty far. I could go with the Dolphins here. I do want to say this. I do 100% believe this. I think this is the year we go undefeated and we win the Super Bowl. No, I'm just playing. But I got to go with the Dolphins. Like, if Daniel Jones beats the Dolphins, it might be like Zach said, we got to retire the team and we got to already go to offseason. We got to go back to practice. Like, what are we doing, guys? No way we're letting Daniel Jones beat us like this.
We got the Las Vegas Raiders taking on the New England Patriots. This is going to be a sneaky good game here. Raiders coming in with new starting quarterback Geno Smith and head coach Pete Carroll, who's back in the NFL after his tenure with the Seahawks, and the Patriots, obviously new head coach Mike Vrabel and second-year quarterback Drake May. This is going to be a sneaky good game. Patriots are favored by 2.5 in this game, and I'm going to have to agree. I think the Patriots could make it to the AFC wildcard this year. I think it's going to take about 10 wins to get to the playoffs in the AFC, and it's all going to start here in week 1. Give me the Patriots to defeat the Raiders in a sneaky high-scoring game, probably like 24-20. I mean, the Raiders have rookie running back Ashton Janty, so they might be able to destroy that Patriots front seven. I'm going to go with the Patriots. Cringy, who do you got?
It's hard when you're a casual and you just don't know anything, but, like, I don't know. It's just like – because there's the thing about it with these prediction guys. You guys got to realize – because we always have them games where the upset is inevitable. Like, like there might be – I bet there's some stinkers probably this week when we haven't got to yet, and you always got to take a gamble because there's always going to be upsets. That happens in every sport. But let's think here. I still think this will be a great game. Raiders Patriots, good game. I'm gonna go with the Raiders. I think it's gonna be a close game. I can't see this being like one side over the other. I'm gonna say Raiders maybe win by like a field goal or something. I feel like this will be a good close game, good watch, and give me the Raiders on this one. I'm gonna go with the upset over the Patriots here.
Up next, we got the Arizona Cardinals taking on the New Orleans Saints at the Superdome. The Cardinals have a lot to prove this season. Kyler Murray hopefully puts down that controller and dots up Marvin Harrison Jr. I'm drafting him in fantasy today. My fantasy football draft is today. throw it to Marvin Harrison Jr. Oh, we're going to have some words. I'm literally like 6 inches taller than Kyler Murray, bro. I will literally put you on the fridge. But yeah, Cardinals are going to get the win over the Saints. I think Spencer Rattler got the start for the Saints. Who even cares? It's not Tyler Schlock. And I think there's another guy, another tall white guy down there. No clue who the heck the starter is for the Saints. But Cardinals favored by 6.5. I think they'll win by double digits. Give me the Cardinals. Cringy, what do you got?
I'm also going to have to go with the Cardinals here. Like you said, like they've been trying to prove something for quite a while now, and I feel like this could be their season to make some improvements. And like I said, I don't know. Saints have never been. They've been a good team, but like I feel like right now the Saints are just really an off and on kind of team. I think I would like to see Cardinals get this dub, and I'm going to root for them. I hope they do. I'm going to go with the Cardinals getting this dub. I think it'll be probably relatively close, depending how the Cardinals do, and but I'm going to get the Cardinals on this one. I'm actually going to go agree with you and pick the Cardinals here.
We have the Aaron Rodgers revenge game. We got the Pittsburgh Steelers traveling to MetLife Stadium to take on the New Jersey Jets. They do not deserve the New York name until they can prove that they're a operational freaking franchise, man. But yeah, the Steelers favored by 2.5. The over-under of this game is 38.5. That's the lowest I've seen yet. And it might even go under. I have the Steelers winning a very disgusting game of football, like 17-10. Aaron Rodgers will not lose to the Jets. Cringy, who do you got?
I gotta go with the Steelers too. Like I gotta be honest, man. The Jets, I can't even. Like I said, I know I'm a casual fan. I know I said that like 40 times during the video, but I literally can't even remember a time where the Jets were even like remotely good as a team. I gotta go with the Steelers, man. Like I said, I hope Rodgers can actually be able to play a full year. That'd be awesome to see because I think was it last year he got injured like first game or something.
2 years ago, yes.
2 years ago. 2 years ago, yeah. So I do hope he gets to play a full year of football, with the Steelers. And like I said, I think Steelers do get this job done. If the Jets beat the Steelers, we might need another diabolical meme coming in. Can't lie to you.
Dude, absolutely. My gosh. We have a NFC East showdown between the New Jersey Giants, another Jersey team, taking on the Washington Commanders. Commanders favored by 6.5. This could be a game like last year's season opener, maybe 2 years ago, where the Cowboys beat the Giants 40-0. Commanders should have no problem. They finally paid Terry McLaurin after like a month holdout, 3 year, $96 million. Very earned. They got Deebo Samuel there. Dan Quinn doesn't lose the bad football teams unless my boy Cringy, like you said, the Falcons blew that Super Bowl with Dan Quinn. But yeah, Commanders get the win in pretty convincing fashion. Cringy, who do you got?
I know sometimes you got to try to pick the upset, but like there's just no way you can pick a New Jersey Giants upset, like especially against the Commanders. That sounds so silly to do, man. That sounds like such a silly decision to make. I got to play it safe. I got to pick the Commanders. And like I said, I think the Commanders actually got a pretty solid team. I don't know about Super Bowl worthy yet, but I feel like they are. Like they have so many good players, and they're a way better team than the Giants. So give me the Commanders getting this stuff. And I'm going to be honest, I think they'll win by a fair margin as well.
Final 1:00 game. We have the Carolina Panthers taking on the Jacksonville Jaguars. We have two kitty teams that are supposed to actually be pretty solid this year. The Panthers, Bryce Young looking really good at the end of last season. And then Jacksonville Jaguars obviously got Travis Hunter, that two-way play. He's got all that off-the-field stuff with the girlfriend that literally everyone said, do not marry her. And now he's got his own shit going on. But yeah, the Jaguars will get the win. Even if Travis Hunter's not playing, I think the Jaguars have a lot more to prove this season. The Panthers kind of have another year of wiggle room as long as Bryce Young keeps improving. But yeah, give me the Jaguars. They're favored by 3.5. It's going to be 86 degrees there in Jacksonville. Cringy, who do you got?
Give me the Jaguars as well, but I do have to say I do wish the best for the Panthers, man. Like Bryce Young, I hope he can still improve. Like I do, they're just such a young team. They got so much to work on, but I think down the line, if Bryce Young can get a lot better and the team can improve, I think they could really make some really good changes. Maybe and just maybe a couple of years down the road, maybe they could get like a playoff spot, maybe a wild card spot. But I would like to pick the upset, man, but I just think the Jaguars are just such a better team. And like you said, the Panthers have still so much to work on and improve. But give me the Jaguars winning. Just give me the Jaguars winning this game.
Next, we have the Tennessee Titans with number 1 overall pick Cam Ward taking on the Denver Broncos at Mile High Stadium in Denver. This might be the worst case scenario for a number 1 overall pick in NFL history. First off, we have to travel to Denver. They play a mile above sea level, so the ball is not going to be traveling the ball's going to be traveling way further than usual just because of the atmosphere. Denver, arguably the best defense in the NFL. And again, you're asking a rookie quarterback to go in there to get the win. That's not happening. They're favored by 8.5 for a reason. I'm taking the Broncos to get this win in pretty convincing fashion. Cringy, who do you got?
I got to go with the Broncos as well. Like I said, I remember, I believe it was last year, maybe 2 years ago. I remember I was so devastated to see my Dolphins lose to the Titans, man, and they just weren't even a good team. I was very devastated. I actually watched that game, very devastated. But now, like I said, the Titans haven't really been that good as I've seen of years recently. I got to go with the Broncos. Like I said, if they can do it with the best defense, they should easily get the job done. I can't lie. But I do hope Cam Ward has a good game, though, coming in. But yeah, I got to go with the Broncos.
Up next, we have the San Francisco 49ers taking on the Seattle Seahawks. The Seahawks with my boy Sam Darnold making his debut with a new team. He got paid. Thank goodness the Vikings didn't match that. And then the 49ers, I feel like have been running back the same team for the last 5 years, minus Deebo Samuel and half their defense, as they went to Denver, which we were just mentioning, that had the best defense in the NFL this season. I've been back and forth. This could go either way. I'm actually going to go with the road team in this one with the 49ers. I think Brock Purdy will just have enough mustard to get the ball to George Kittle. Christian McCaffrey will not get injured in this football game. And the Seahawks just have a lot to prove, a lot of question marks. DK Metcalf also went to the Steelers. I forgot to mention that. So the Seahawks are going to be relying a lot more on Jackson Smith and Jigba. And hopefully Kenneth Walker can come back to form in the run game. But too many question marks in Seattle right now, even though they are home and have, I think, probably the loudest fan base or second loudest behind KC in terms of the audio. But yeah, give me the Niners to get the win. Cringy, what do you got?
I have to agree with Zach here. I'm going to go with the Niners, but I do think this is probably one of the most interesting games to be watching in week one. This seems like a really good game to be watching. I'm going to go with the 49ers as well because Brock Purdy is he's got that dog in him. But I do think this will be a close game, probably maybe Niners win by touchdown or maybe just by field goal. I think this will be a great game to watch. Very close, but give me the 49ers sneaking out this win here as well.
We have arguably my favorite game I'm going to be watching during NFL Red Zone. We have the Detroit Lions traveling to Green Bay to take on the Green Bay Packers. This game has everything that you'd want in fans. You have electricity from Jahmyr Gibbs. You have the power in David Montgomery. And now the Packers, you've got Micah frickin' Parsons, which I'm still pretty annoyed about as I'm a Vikings fan. I do not want to see Micah Parsons 2 times a year. The heck? Bro, my man J.J. McCarthy needs to have his head on a swivel whenever they play the Packers. So originally, I had the Lions winning this game in my NFC North video. It hasn't come out yet. That's going to come out on Friday. Stay tuned. But I'm going to have to change my mind here. I'm going to go with the Green Bay Packers getting the win. They are at home. And the Lions, again, have question marks at coordinator. Got Ben Johnson going to the Bears and then Aaron Glenn going to the Jets. So 2 new coordinator spots. Dan Campbell is still going to coach his team really hard. The Lions can win this game, but this is going to be a shootout. The total is 46.5. I think both teams are going to get 30 points on the board in this game. Give me the Packers. Cringy, who do you got in this NFC North show?
Wow, we talk about a good game here, man. This is going to be an awesome one. I'm going to be honest. I'm going to go with the underdog Lions getting this dub, but I wouldn't be surprised if Packers also get this win here as well. I think this will be a shootout, a very close game. I really love Dan Campbell a lot, man. I got a lot of respect for the guy, always pushing his team to the best effort, man. I mean, the Lions have just been really good. I'm really glad because I remember years ago when I was growing up, man, the Lions were probably one of the worst teams in NFL history, man. I'll tell you what. But, man, they have come such a long way, and I love the Lions a lot, man. Honestly, like I said, I wouldn't be mad if they don't get this win, but I think they got a real shot at winning this game. So give me the underdog Lions.
Up next, we have division winner matchups here. We have the Houston Texans taking on the Los Angeles Rams. The Texans literally lost every single receiver and then some. Their offensive line is absolutely horrendous this year. Joe Mixon's on IR, missing the first 4 weeks of the season. They did sign Nick Chubb. Who knows? I'm pretty sure Cringy might remember that Nick Chubb injury against the Steelers.
I do.
Where he tore his ACL, his MCL, or something. I don't know. His whole knee exploded. But I'm going to go with the Los Angeles Rams in this game. Matthew Stafford is experiencing back stiffness. He's been in and out of practice pretty much the whole preseason. And, I mean, Devontae Adams and Puka Nacua, probably the best wide receiver duo in the NFL. Actually, second, I forgot, Jamar Chase and T. Higgins exist. But, yeah, the Rams should get this win. I mean, the Texans win this game. That could be very interesting as the Rams got a good front seven. And maybe I'm sleeping on the Texans a little bit. I still think they're going to win the division, but give me the Rams. Cringy, what do you got?
Like I said, I can't remember the countless of times where I'll be on Instagram and I just see a bunch of trades from the Texans just giving out players and left and right. I got to go with the Rams as well. Like I said, Texans lost a lot of people. I still think Texans are a really solid team, though. I can't they have been. They're pretty decent. But like I said, I think, with everything that happened off season, I think the Rams will come and get this dub here. I don't think it'd be like a dominate performance from the Rams, but still think they'll get like maybe like 2 touchdowns or so. Give me the Rams as well.
Sunday night football, by far my favorite game I want to watch this season. The Baltimore Ravens traveling to Buffalo to take on the Buffalo Bills. Lamar Jackson versus Josh Allen first on Sunday night football. It doesn't get any better than this. Bills favored by 1.5 in this game, and I'm gonna have to go with the Bills. I've been back and forth on this one as well. If Derrick Henry gets it going, it's gonna be very ugly for the Bills in this ball game. But I got Josh Allen in fantasy as well, so it's kind of a homer pick. But I do believe if this game was in Baltimore, I'd be picking the Ravens. If it's in Buffalo, I'm picking the Bills. It just comes down to who I believe the home team is. And yes, the Bills favored by 1.5. Total is 51.5. There's going to be no defense involved. I think whoever even wins this game arguably could win the MVP award this season. So yes, give me the Bills. Cringy, I'm very interested to hear what you want to say about this Ravens-Bills game.
Really surprised that they're throwing a game of the year potential in week 1, man. That's insane. Bills and Ravens. It can't really get any better than that. I got to be honest. Man, I'm gonna go. Man, this is like, honestly, it doesn't really matter who you pick here. Like this is going to be a game. I'm gonna have to go with the Ravens. My boy Lamar Jackson gonna pop off, but like I said, it ain't gonna. This is going to be probably like by a field goal close game here. I will be very shocked if this is a margin victory for either team. So, like, Bills and the Ravens are they're both like one of the greatest teams in the NFL as of right now. They're just really, really good. I'm gonna go with the Ravens on this one, but like I said, if the Bills win, I won't be surprised whatsoever. I'm gonna be honest. But this is gonna be a really good game to watch. So y'all better be watching.
I'm sure you already know what this Monday Night Football game is going to be because we haven't talked about either of these two teams yet. Here we go. 244 lowest ticket, by the way. Holy shit. All right. And on Monday Night Football, here we go. We got my Minnesota Vikings taking on the Chicago Bears. And I do not care if this is a homer pick or not. There is no way these Vikings are going to lose this football game. It's being played in Chicago. They are favored by 1.5, which is pretty controversial if you ask me. The Bears fans always show out. I think the Vikings beat the Bears like 3-0 or something, a diabolical score last year. Or maybe I'm thinking Vikings Raiders, who knows. But Vikings will get the win. I expect the Bears to win this game if I were putting money on the line. But I just can't in good faith pick the Vikings to lose to the Bears because the season might be over right there. I'm going with the Vikings. Cringy, what do you got?
I'll say, and I miss Jar Toozy, man. This would be such a funny debate between the two. If Jar was here right now, I think it'd be the most funniest debate because Jar's favorite team is the Bears and Zach is the Vikings, so it'd have been a really fun debate. I gotta go with the Vikings here as well, man. Like, I can't see the Bears even, like, I don't even know if this even be close. Like, I can't see the Bears beating the Vikings, but I do want to mention one thing about the Bears. I found it really funny that they 38-0 the Bills in the preseason. I thought that was really funny. I don't know why, but man, dude. But yeah, I gotta go with the Vikings here, man. Like, I just can't see the Bears beating them. But I would love if Jar was here, man. I'd love to hear the argument between the two. But yeah, give me the Vikings here. No way the Bears win.
I would not love to hear that argument, my God, because I know Jar would come in with all the freaking heat. But that's all we got for you this week. I think me and Cringy deferred on 4 games, so there could be a 4-game swing if someone were to have a perfect week. That's not going to happen. But let me know what your guys' thoughts are in the comment section below. Will the pro or will the casual take week 1 predictions? Other than that, it's been Zach, and I will catch you all in that next video. Peace.